Hi everyone, Joseph Bless here from TradewithBolu Online Services, and I'll be taking you on the weekly analysis for this week. So first and foremost, starting with our risk warning, I would like to remind you that trading leverage products such as forex derivatives may not be suitable for all investors as they carry a high degree of risk to your capital. Please ensure that you fully understand the risk involved, taking into account your investment objectives and level of experience. All right. So you could just pause this and then read through all this, and then an indication that you continue to watch this video is your agreement to those regulations. All right. So starting with the DXY, as our custom is, right, to know the strength of the dollar, because most of the pairs we'll be analyzing today are against the dollar. So we want to know how strong it's going to be for the week. And as we previously discussed in our previous analysis, the breakout of the DXY, that's the dollar index, you could see that there was a pretty nice retracement at this support level, right? Going back to test the trend line, which it almost did, all right, and I still believe it's still in that impulsive trend. And you see that over time, this is most likely going to form a new trend, all right, a new trend. I don't want to overemphasize on that, but let me see. Yeah, pretty much. All right. So what we're going to have is that higher highs will be forming, higher lows will be forming. Higher highs will be forming. All right. So that's like that's the new trend forming up. So over time, you see that you'll be able to draw a trend line like this, and it's going to coincide with the trend. So pretty much ADXY is in a bullish momentum right now, and we're expecting like the dollar to be strong this coming week, although the previous week we see a pretty nice bearish move out of it. All right, but it's regaining back its strength, and then we're expecting that for the week. All right, so that's that for the DXY. And just a few reminders here on the fundamentals. You could check fxstreet.com for the fundamentals, and forex factory calendar just to know the news coming up for the week. For example, today is September 11th. All right, we're going to be having from September 11th to 17th. You could see the news events that we'll be having. When you see a red, like we discussed in our advanced courses and professional course, you know that okay, I am supposed to stay out of the market if I don't know how to trade the news. And when the yellow is best to trade. All right, so you see that on Tuesday we have a bit of disruptions with the DXY, really high impacted news there by 1:30 p.m. So another. So you want to know more about this, you could check up our advanced course or professional course at TradewithBolu.com. All right, so let's jump right into the day. Okay, so we'll be analyzing 4 pairs today: the eurusd, gbpusd, xauusd, that's gold, and the ustechcash. All right, so excuse me. So previously in this week we've had a pretty nice bullish momentum on the eurusd. All right, as you can see here, I had a smooth trend line, and very recently it broke off that trend line. All right, so very recently we had a break off that trend line, and there is starting a new trend. So we spoke about the dollar getting a bit of strength this week. So we could have a containing support here at this level. That is, we'll have just a bounce back at this level, and back to the resistance of this trend, because this is a new trend for me. I don't want to draw a trend line there, but I'm just going to do it. We have a pretty new trend forming here, so I didn't get that so perfectly. Alright, so we will have a retracement back to this, and if the dollar is that strong, we might have a breakout back to an uptrend. But right now we're having a bearish momentum, and there are 3 key profit levels with this bearish move. We're having the first one here, which is at the end of this support zone that we drew out here. The second is here, and the third is below at the bottom of this impulsive move that started earlier. So you could see that with the strength of the dollar, we'll be expecting a bounce back, retracement back to this trend line as it continues onward. All right, so for this week, we're expecting a pretty nice bearish move for the eurusd. All right, and there are three key profit levels like I identified. There's the first one, second, and third. All right, so moving on to the next pair, we have the gbpusd. All right, gbpusd here, and pretty much almost the same story. As you can see that it broke off the trend line, all right, and came back to retest the trend line as it continued came back to retest the trend line as during the previous week, as you just can see here. All right, so what we're expecting for this week is basically a retest back to this point, retest back to this support zone, and if the GBP isn't like I said, the dollar is going to be strong, so you see the move has started already, and we're going to have if the pound is still weak, then we will be having further bearish moves back to this major support zone. So there are three key profit levels here as well. We're having the first one here, which is about 90 pips. The second one is about 144 pips, and the third 224 pips. So that's what we're expecting for the for this coming week in the gbpusd. So your scalper extraday, just find your entry points and then have a pretty nice sell right there. All right, so moving on with xauusd, I hope you don't be missing our weekly analysis, because I mean, there have been massive profits. We spoke about this move that came up. All right, three profit targets about 1,600 pips. Spoke about this move also at about 1,100 pips, and then this coming up. All right, so basically, what do we have on the xauusd? Right now, you could see that the price had a pretty nice bullish momentum during the week, as it recently broke off a trend line. Okay, with this key resistance level. All right, it continues all the way with this key resistance level. Yeah, that it broke, came back to retest, and about to start a pretty nice bearish momentum right there. So we have three key levels, profit levels for this as well. Remember last time we spoke about a trend, a very massive we drew a massive trend line there. I don't want to do all that, but that's still counting. That's still counting, because we're going to have a pretty nice retest to this major support levels. All right, so currently this week, that's one of our expectations this week, and the first move is about, let's see, 700 pips. Second one is about 1,000 pips, and the third is about 1,400, almost 1,500 pips, almost 1,500 pips. So you could see that we're expecting a lot from the xau this coming week. Like I said, the dollar is going to be strong, so this is most likely going to be having a bearish momentum as expected. All right, so you want to find your entry and get in. All right, so moving on to the last pair, which is the ustechcash daily, which is also known as NASDAQ. All right, so the name doesn't confuse you. All right, so on the daily, we're balancing on the daily. All right, so basically what we have here is we have the 200 MA, the 50 EMA, that's 200 SMA, 50 EMA, 18, and then 6 EMA. All right, and some of you that don't get the MA, so that's the moving average. All right, exponentials up here and then simple down here, and you all know more about that. What's a moving average? How do I use a moving average to trade and all that stuff? We check up, like I said earlier, with our advanced courses or professional course, with the description, the link of the website down below this video. You could check that up and subscribe to one of our courses, and so you could learn how to profitably trade with moving averages as well. So what we have here is a pretty nice retest. All right, remember this is the daily time frame, so this is pretty we have 5 candles making a week, so this is like maybe 3 weeks or so. All right, so we have a nice test on the 50, and then a current retest at the 18 MA, but we'll be expecting this to drop down to the 50 as well. So basically what we're expecting here is expecting to have a get it buy here. There's no previous high because this is the highest high so far, as you can see here. Oops, sorry about this. As you can see here, let me go to the monthly. You see this is the highest high. So that's been a very nice bullish momentum. All right, we spoke about entries, entries here. Spoke about this sell, one of our previous analysis. And if you had, been an entry here, this is about, it should be in about 2,471 pips profit now. So like I said, do not miss our weekly analysis. All right, so we're expecting a pretty nice buy momentum here along this the 15 moving average around this region and to throw upwards. All right, so that would be all for this week. Thank you very much for following, and wish you the best in this coming week on the forex market. Thank you.